Welcome to this video on beginners exercise of framing simple sentences. The main problem beginners have is that they are not able to structure sentences. They have many ideas in their mind, but you don't know how to put them in sentences. I have given you here 3 tables which have 4 columns where some words are given. Many of you know these words, but you don't know how to put them in sentences of your own. This video will help you in framing sentences. I have shown you a few sentences, but you can expand and make hundreds of sentences of this variety using the words you know in the correct categories and arranging them in the proper order. Once we learn to frame sentences, we are able to express our meaning by framing the correct sentences for those ideas which we want to express. That is why this exercise is very important for you. If you watch the video till the end, you will be able to do all the exercises along with the video. Then take these exercises as the basis and go ahead. Like in learning mathematical tables, we learn, 2 into 1 is equal to 2, 2 into 2 is equal to 4, and so on. We keep practicing that, saying it many times till we get it, clearly in our mind. To make a strong body, we do physical exercises. We move our arms, we move our legs, we move our neck, and so on. Similarly, these are exercises for beginners to build up their structures in a firm foundation. If you can do that, it will be beneficial. Now let us start with the first table, which you will see, followed by the sentences which we can make by combining the words in the table. This table has 4 columns. In the first column, we have 4 choices. We, they, the officers, and the ladies. This we call as the subject of the sentence, a noun or a pronoun. The next column has verbs: met, came, will meet, and will come. 2 of the verbs are in the past tense and 2 are in the future. In the third column, we have preposition: at, on, in. In the last column, again we have nouns which refer to time: Friday, the morning, 5 o'clock, and April. Now you need to combine all the columns to make as many meaningful sentences as possible. We met on Friday. We met in the morning. We met at 5 o'clock. We met in April. We came on Friday. We came in the morning. We came at 5 o'clock. We came in April. They met on Friday. They met in the morning. They met at 5 o'clock. They met in April. They came on Friday. They came in the morning. They came at 5 o'clock. They came in April. The officers met on Friday. The officers met in the morning. The officers met at 5 o'clock. The officers met in April. The officers came on Friday. The officers came in the morning. The officers came at 5 o'clock. The officers came in April. The ladies met on Friday. The ladies met in the morning. The ladies met at 5 o'clock. The ladies met in April. The ladies came on Friday. The ladies came in the morning. The ladies came at 5 o'clock. The ladies came in April. We will meet on Friday. We will meet in the morning. We will meet at 5 o'clock. We will meet in April. We will come on Friday. We will come in the morning. We will come at 5 o'clock. We will come in April. They will meet on Friday. They will meet in the morning. They will meet at 5 o'clock. They will meet in April. They will come on Friday. They will come in the morning. They will come at 5 o'clock. They will come in April. The officers will meet on Friday. The officers will meet in the morning. The officers will meet at 5 o'clock. The officers will meet in April. The officers will come on Friday. The officers will come in the morning. The officers will come at 5 o'clock. The officers will come in April. The ladies will meet on Friday. The ladies will meet in the morning. The ladies will meet at 5 o'clock. The ladies will meet in April. The ladies will come on Friday. The ladies will come in the morning. The ladies will come at 5 o'clock. The ladies will come in April. You have seen the first table and all the numerous sentences which we have made using the words in the table. We have not used anything other than what is there in the table. Before we went to the sentences, I told you that if you look at the 4 columns of the table, you have 4 parts of the sentence. Now here, you must remember that in the first table, we are able to use the choices with everything. For instance, we have 2 verbs in the past tense and 2 in the future tense. All 4 verbs could be used with all the 4 nouns as the subject. When it comes to the third column, you can't use it with everything. Please remember that although in the first 2 instances you can use at, on and in with we, they, officers, ladies, met, came, will meet, will come, but you cannot use it for the last column. So at is used only for certain things like at 5 o'clock. Then you have to say on Friday. Any day of the week you have to say on. Any specific time mentioned you have to say at. Then you have in the morning and in April. So part of the day you have in, and name of the month you have on. You have in. Similarly, in 2025, if you have the name of the year also, you use in. So now you are making a choice. That is what you saw. Why I gave you this exercise is because by looking at the choices we made, by the manner in which we arrange the sentences, you will be able to understand what is a correct sentence and what is a wrong sentence. If you combine, at Friday, or if you combine on the morning, then you are making a mistake. This is what we learned from the first table, that although the first two columns were fine with everything, it is the third and the fourth column where choice had to be made. And you saw the choices which were made. Now let us move on to the second exercise. You will find a second table and then the sentences which we can frame from that table. This is the second table for your exercise sentences. You have to prepare a set of sentences based on the words which are given in the four columns. In the first column, you have four choices. In the second column, you have two choices. In the third column, you have five choices. And in the fourth column, you have four choices. Let us now see what they are. As I told you, the first column is the subject of the sentence. They are all nouns. The hotel, first one. The trees, second one. The bank, third one. And the shops, the fourth one. The verb is in the singular and plural, present tense form. Is and are. We don't have any other tense except the present tense here. The third column, as before, is the preposition column. Beside, near. Beside means by the side of. Near, in, on, at. In the fourth column again we have nouns. This time the nouns are not of time, but they are nouns of place. We have the park as the first choice, the lake, second choice, the road, third choice, and the crossing, fourth choice. Now let us use the second table you have seen just now to frame sentences. The hotel is beside the park. The hotel is near the park. The hotel is beside the lake. The hotel is near the lake. The hotel is beside the road. The hotel is on the road. The hotel is near the road. The hotel is beside the crossing. The hotel is near the crossing. The hotel is at the crossing. The trees are beside the park. The trees are near the park. The trees are in the park. The trees are beside the lake. The trees are near the lake. The trees are beside the road. The trees are near the road. The trees are on the road. The trees are beside the crossing. The trees are near the crossing. The trees are at the crossing. The bank is beside the park. The bank is near the park. The bank is beside the lake. The bank is near the lake. The bank is beside the road. The bank is on the road. The bank is near the road. The bank is beside the crossing. The bank is near the crossing. The bank is at the crossing. The shops are beside the park. The shops are near the park. The shops are beside the lake. The shops are near the lake. The shops are beside the road. The shops are on the road. The shops are near the road. The shops are beside the crossing. The shops are near the crossing. The shops are at the crossing. In the second table, you have seen that instead of the last column with nouns which denote time, here we have nouns which denote place. The park, the lake, the road, the crossing, all these. Crossing, if you don't know what it means, it is where 2 or 3 roads meet. Sometimes 4 roads meet at a point. So that point is what we call the crossing. Park and lake and road, I'm sure everybody knows. The bank is where we keep money. Hotel, trees and shops, I'm sure all of you know. And beside, I already told you, means by the side of. So here we have many more prepositions. Beside, near, in, on, at. All of them cannot be used with everything. And that is what you saw while framing the sentences. Now, why am I saying that this is an important exercise? Because if you frame sentences in this way, if you put the correct words in the correct position, you will get better. And before you start framing sentences on your own, if you practice these, if you repeat them many times, then you will find that you are getting benefited in the use of prepositions, in the use of the correct form of the verb, and which verb to use with what. A singular subject needs a singular verb. Is the singular form. Plural form of the same word is are. So if the bank is mentioned, we say is. If shop is mentioned, if it is shops, we say are. If it is, some other noun, hotel is singular, so we say is. In this way, we put the words suitable to the subject as the verb, and we choose the preposition suitable to the noun at the end. So we are choosing the right preposition, looking at whether it is park or it is lake or it is some other form of the, road or crossing. So we can say at the crossing, but we cannot say in the lake, because in the lake would mean inside the water. We cannot use such a thing. In this way, if you practice, it will be beneficial. Now we move on to the third and last table in this series of exercises in this video. See the table and then frame the correct sentences which are possible from the table. This is a very valuable exercise for all beginners. This is the third table in today's exercise of framing sentences. You have 4 columns in this table. The first column has 6 choices. The second column has 2 choices. The third one has 3 choices. And the last column has 5 choices. Now what you need to do is check which of the words in the first column match with which of the words in the second, third and fourth column to frame a correct and complete sentence. In the first column, we have the words the papers, the bag, the box, the clothes, the shoes and the jewelry. These are all nouns. They come at the beginning of the sentence and they are called the subject of the sentence. The second column has the verb is and are. Is and are the forms of the verb to be. An entire video on to be is there to help you. So you can watch that video also. In the third column, we have, as usual, prepositions. An entire video is available on prepositions. You can see that too. Here we have in, on, and under. In the fourth column, you have again nouns. This time, the nouns indicate the position. So we had time in the first table, place in the second table, and now we have position. So you can see the first one is the drawer, the second is the desk, third is the table, fourth is the floor, and fifth is the wardrobe. Now you have to use these choices and frame sentences with whichever is applicable to whichever choice. The papers are in the drawer. The papers are on the desk. The papers are under the desk. The papers are on the table. The papers are under the table. The papers are on the floor. The bag is in the drawer. The bag is on the desk. The bag is under the desk. The bag is under the table. The bag is on the table. The bag is on the floor. The bag is in the wardrobe. The box is in the drawer. The box is on the desk. The box is under the desk. The box is on the table. The box is under the table. The box is on the floor. The box is in the wardrobe. The clothes are in the drawer. The clothes are on the table. The clothes are under the table. The clothes are on the floor. The clothes are in the wardrobe. The shoes are in the drawer. The shoes are under the desk. The shoes are under the table. The shoes are on the floor. The shoes are in the wardrobe. The jewelry is in the drawer. The jewelry is on the desk. The jewelry is on the table. The jewelry is in the wardrobe. The last table is a little more difficult than the first two because I have given it in a graded form. The first one is the easiest, the second one is slightly more difficult, and the third one, which gives you position, is more difficult. The reason is because you have to understand which position what is possible. If you are able to understand it, only then you will be able to form the sentences. Wardrobe is where we keep our clothes, shoes, jewelry, we keep our bags and purses, accessories. It is in always because it's closed. You have doors and you close it, so it becomes in. Whereas table is a top, it is a straight surface, so either it is on or it is under. The drawer is also a closed space, so the drawer also we say in. In this way, if you are able to decide which preposition applies to which position, then you will be able to get the correct form. All these are very important points for you to remember in order to practice your English correctly. As I told you, if you learn from wrong models, then you can never change yourself. It is much more difficult to correct your English than it is to learn afresh, to learn from the beginning. That is why those of you who already know English but who make mistakes in the use of these kind of structures can watch these videos and benefit from it. For beginners who are just learning, these are important because this is just the beginning. I gave you 3 tables. You can write hundreds of sentences changing the words in the table. All you have to do is put some other words, or you don't have to have a table at all. Based on the structures I gave you, you can make many more sentences. If you do that, it'll be beneficial. I would like you to watch all the other videos where you learn these units. If you see noun, verb, preposition, all these videos will help you to learn grammar. Because one of the basic ways of learning a second language is to learn the rules. We are not learning English as our mother tongue, as our first language. We are learning it as a second language. Therefore, you need to know the rules. I have given you videos for all this. Please watch all the videos. I have given varieties of videos for different levels. Please watch all of them. Share it widely so that many people get benefited from them. Also, like the videos, comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. Thank you and all the best.